Varun and I both have friends who are lawyers, so we spoke to them. We've also gone to court.
Family background helped me a lot because I could just pick up the phone and even ask anyone.
You know, it's really nice that Varun and I knew each other just the right amount before we started.
I want to see Shriya in a very, very mainstream rom-com, I think.
To sort of find, and it took me a while to find what he would be like in his personal space. And
hello and welcome to Telechakra. This is me, Arshi Siddiqui, and to begin with, please tell me about the show Guilty Minds, and I would like to know about your characters as well.
About our characters, so Deepak is a guy who works for a big law firm. He's an aggressive guy. He's a very passionate guy. He's someone who's from Himachal. He works for a guy called Ellen Khanna, who's being played by Kulbhushan Karbanda. And Kashyap Kaze on the other side runs a company called For the People Associates, and she fights for what is right. She helps people who need the help and not someone who runs after the money. So it's basically like, in a sense, a sort of clash of these ideologies. Where in the background there are the different cases in each episode, and it's got a lot of drama between Kashyap and Deepak. A lot of love and a lot of drama.
Amazing. Well, I would like to know how was it playing a lawyer, which has got many shades added?
It was really fun. I mean, I think it's great that as actors we get to live all these different lives, and I think that's such a privilege. And of course, one aspect of it is being the lawyer, jahan pe, being comfortable in a court, getting those lines, all of that legal jargon. Varun and I both have friends who are lawyers, so we spoke to them. We've also gone to court, and you do realize that at the end of the day, these lawyers are also performing in a way. So the fact that our directors, our writers, they know this world so closely, that's what made our show so much more authentic as compared to the legal courtroom dramas or films that we've seen in the past.
Also, Shefali, for you, I wanted to know, were you satisfied with the outcome? Since as a director, you have an eye to depth, details and everything. Were you satisfied with the outcome, I must say? And also, did the family background that you have added to what you always wanted to do, what you wanted to put out on the screen?
Yeah, no, I was very happy with the outcome because I think I was lucky to get a very good team together of actors as well as the technicians and all the creative people. And so, I think the outcome went above what we had visualized, because when all elements come together, everything, and sometimes when you're lucky, when everything flows in very well integrated together, then as one review said, it's bigger than the sum of its parts. That's what happens, that it's not just this is good. If everything is good, then it makes it excellent. And I think that's what's happened, and we are really lucky. And yes, my family background helped me a lot because I could just pick up the phone and even ask anyone at any time whether this particular band is wide enough, it should be in or out, or this should be buttoned or not. Small things like that to bigger things of the law. That does this judgment sound all right, or can this argument be better helped by some other citation of a particular judgment? So yes, I was a phone call away from all the research that you can hope for.
Shefali, I was asking that what qualities did you like about Shriya and Varun, and what craft, what element did you see them they were opt for the role?
I tend to trust my instinct very much. So when I'm looking at an audition, or even when I'm looking at a performance or a scene, so if I feel like just the way that they inhabit the part, so when we are looking at them doing an audition, is correct, and it's the between the lines, the pauses, they are feeling it, and they are absolutely understanding the character that they are auditioning for. So that's the first thing. So it's an instinctive response. Then after that comes the kind of the more mental response of whether this person will fit the bill, whether they have the looks and the X factor which you need for leads of such a large series. And both of them, Varun is an incorrigible flirt, and it shows on Shama. So therefore, I mean, all of that really adds not only weight to the roles that they're performing, but also great charm and a great energy, which is what the audience is taking away.
Right. Shriya, what would you like to say about your bonding with Varun, the equation and the chemistry?
When I watched the full show, I actually really, I called up Varun and I said, man, Kashav and Deepak have really good chemistry. You know, it's really nice that Varun and I knew each other just the right amount before we started. And I think we got closer as Kashav and Deepak first. And then that trickled down to our equation as Varun and Shriya. But the best part is that we didn't have to ever try. I think we naturally had such good ease that even when we hardly knew each other, we were sharing things about each other, you know, our lives, and, you know, just having really personal conversations. So I really enjoyed watching it. And I was like, fist bump, Varun.
Varun, what would you like to say about all these good words from Shriya?
I really enjoy hearing good words from these people on screen at the moment. But there's a scene in which she dances and me and her are dancing together, and Shefali only let us watch the scenes which
I think I watched that in trailer. Like, it's a very crazy dance of Shriya where...
Yeah, correct. So that was one of the scenes that we had to dub for.
Yeah.
So that was actually one of the first scenes that we saw, and Shriya messaged me when she dubbed first. So she messaged me when she saw it, and she's like, our chemistry is insane. So that's what she said. So I was like, but I had to see it to believe it myself. And I remember after I finished the dub, I called her up. I said, shit, what have we done? We were not trying to make the scene this or trying to make the chemistry this or that. Whatever organically sort of happened, like, it just happened. And I mean that not just for me and Kashav, I think just for the whole series as an entire project.
Yeah.
It was just, we weren't trying to do anything with it. It just happened.
That's amazing. And that is the great part about any project that comes out, because the realness has to be there.
Yeah.
Moving forward, I would like to know from Shefali that what is that something else, like apart from Guilty Minds, what is there in your mind that you would like to see Shriya and Varun doing in next or the other upcoming projects? A role that is defined in your head for them?
I think it's shaped by what they want to do. I want to see Shriya in a very, very mainstream rom-com, I think.
I wonder where you got that idea from.
In my last interview, Shriya, if you remember, you said this to me that you want to play this kind of role as well.
Yeah. Well, thank you, Shefali. But Shefali, I have said this so many times. She has no option but to manifest this for me now. She knows. But I also want to play somebody who's just very... Sorry?
I want to say that though she has said it to me, and right now I'm just repeating that, so I'm sending her wish out to the universe too. But I have to say that I think she'd actually be great in that kind of part, because she has fabulous repartee timing. And I think I want to see Varun doing an army man.
Shefali's original thoughts completely not influenced by her actor's wishes.
Okay, out of 10 courtroom drama stories, which one was challenging for you, Varun and Shriya? Which was challenging for you to enact, and which was challenging for you to depict Shefali, I would like?
Which was challenging for me? Which of the episodes?
Yeah.
I think
episode 7.
Episode 1 was actually very challenging because it's such a sensitive subject, and me being a woman and being very conscious of the sensitivity of it, to be able to portray it with equal shades of grey, with nuance, and yet standing firm on my own beliefs as a filmmaker, as a writer, as a woman, it was difficult to balance because I do believe in grace. I feel no human being is perfect. So I wanted that she does have a certain level of, her position and her authority right now. But yet, I did want to give her a certain other, no spoilers, but whatever it is that she's feeling. It was a difficult balance to strike for me, that episode. You can very easily go wrong, but from whatever I've heard from people so far, I think we've hit the right notes and that we are fine. So yeah, I'm happy about that. But it was tough.
In terms of, I think the case being a tricky one was the second episode where the boy is he has killed a taxi driver, but I am sort of fighting for him because I feel like he was not of sound mind. So I feel that was tricky because I also had to understand and identify why Kashyap would think a certain way, what drives her, because we've established Kashyap as someone who is idealistic, righteous, but for her to take that stand was also interesting. So in that episode, she operated out of a place of empathy. So the deep water case episode where Kulbhushan sir and I are arguing against each other, I thought that was very interesting, the way those arguments came across. And because it's been a while since we've shot it, so when I was watching it, I was also watching it like an audience after a while, but the impact of that was also very interesting.
I was thinking about it as everybody else was talking. I think for me, the hardest scenes or the most complicated scenes were the ones which were shot in my home, like in Deepak home, because I think it was difficult to sort of find, and it took me a while to find what he would be like in his personal space, and not again fall into the trap of playing that upbeat guy everywhere. And I remember when I used to get stuck, and Shefali used to say, that you don't have to always play the swag. I mean, it was really simple on paper, but it's like to find him in his personal space, and what he would be like, and what his body language would be like, and how he would interact with the people at his place was something that took me a little bit longer.
Right. Okay. Shefali, lastly, I would like to know from you as a storyteller, what more stories would you like to cater to the audience?
I think for myself, I like to tell stories which have meaning and which have some depth of emotion. And I think that is what thankfully has come through to the audience. That's what I'm hearing. Yeah. But there has to be something that I am trying to say, and somewhere that it has to either move the viewer or have reach them emotionally.
Correct. Also, Shriya and Varun, what are the unexplored version of yours that you want to explore, and in the coming days, coming times, you want to play?
Well, I have shot a series with Homie, which has a very unexplored version of me, which will be out later this year.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
All the best.
I am doing a couple of things in different genres as well. There's one really fun show where there's a lot of magical realism where I'm playing a butcher.
Yeah.
Then there is one in the world of news reporting. So there's different, but yeah, maybe perhaps because I haven't done anything like that, maybe I'd like to do someone who's something that's like maybe someone who's out and out evil.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Something.
I think that would come to you very naturally.
Yeah. I can be very evil. So maybe something which is like the other extreme.
Okay. Well, I hope all the best for you guys. But what was the personal takeaway from the whole process, from the whole shoot and the outcome? Please tell me.
My personal takeaway is an understanding of what the audience is connecting to and what they might be struggling with. So that's very, very, very interesting for me to understand. Even people as a society.
Yeah, and I'm really happy with the love, the response, and then people taking time to really write to us and tell us what they've connected with in the show, because there are so many in-betweens, the subtext that people have caught on, tapped on. And it just feels so good that the love that we've put in something is now coming back to us. So I just want to say thank you to everybody, and those who haven't watched Guilty Minds, please watch all 10 episodes.
So I think my takeaway from the entire thing would be that I think all of us who have been part of Guilty Minds have only done what we believed in, and we have not listened to our fears.
Yes.
And we have mostly listened to our instincts. I think I can say that for all of us. And I think I just more strongly believe in that now, that really we should not listen to our fears and just only purely listen to our instincts, no matter what is happening around us.
That's great. All the best for the future, and thanks for joining Telechakkar. Thanks for giving me time.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Thank you.
Archie.
Know all about the Tele world by subscribing to Telechakkar's YouTube channel. Don't forget to hit the bell icon to stay updated to our new videos.